Keeping up with a certain thing that's going on between two different groups of cars, I did test out one group of cars with 20 in total being used on this little layout consisting of the Neon Speeders Laser Stunt Slamway, as well as a few other pieces here. 20 models of which in particular, including stock car, the 72 Gran Torino, Ford GT90, Mach-E Go, Lotus Elise, and some others, were in fact part of a bin known as the VIC bin, or Very Important Cars. They're basically the highest of value when it comes to my overall collection. Meanwhile, I have another group of cars that has yet to be tested today on October 9th, 2024. What we're going to do here is just that. Put them through this exact layout and see if there's any more that'll actually make it through. And from there, we'll basically just see how it goes down. So, in that spirit, let's just get going. We're going to start things off with the Aston Martin Vantage GTE. Quite different from other Vantage models. Well, I guess it's not meant for the loops. Yeah. It's just not going to be worth the time. Now we have the 70 Roadrunner, which is quite well in performance. But how about this instance? Well, flipped over. Which is not very good, but... wow. Put in better effort there. One more time. Okay. This one for sure might do it. Oh, geez. 2 fails already out of 20. Now let's try the Ratmobile. Something else that has yet to reappear. Which I'm glad I took up the opportunity to do so. Oh man. Yeah, it's just not going to work. Now I have West Coast Flyer. This was another part of the ID series that you might recall from that one episode. Yeah, definitely West Coast flew to the finish, just like that. Now we have the IROC Firebird, which is something that has also made some appearances in HWH. Right. Even though that didn't do so well, how about the next model, known as Torque Twister? Yeah, it's a model that has been included in many sets over the years. It's a bit hard to tell if it truly does succeed. But maybe not in this instance. One more time just to be sure. Yeah. Some models are just lightly tapping on it, but it's just not enough. Now we have the 76 Greenwood Corvette. This one's Not going to be a model well worthy for the loops. Yeah, barely made it through the first one, not through the second. Right, so we're just going to move on to the Party Wagon, which is a Ninja Turtles model. Well, definitely partied around the loops and the curve, but just not so much at the end. Now we're going to do Iridium. Oh man, I never would have expected it to do that poorly. Well, better that time. Can I go further? Well, yeah, you can never be too sure. Unless it's just not going to do well. Here we have yet another ID model, the Mercedes-AMG GT. Yeah, quite a unique roadster. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems the ID models can be hit or miss at times. I mean, then again, considering the fact the West Coast Flyer did pretty well. Here we have ourselves the classic Corvette Stingray. Yeah. This model's been around for a while. Let's just see how well it does here. Right. Looks like we have a good success here. How about Dior 3? This one is the more modern descendant of the Dior lineup. And I guess it's not just going to do well. And one more time. So, not exactly a good peace of mind when it comes to performance. Now we're going to do Tantrum. This one's a smaller model and does not have much fender obstruction. So maybe it'll do well here. Oh, made it through the loops, but didn't quite get through to the curves that well. Does scrape out a little bit given the splitter design. Yeah, it just keeps getting suspended at the middle of the curve. And that pretty much wraps that up. Now we got 7 more models left to go here, including the Baja Bison T5. Awesome. Right there on the first try. I would kind of expect this to happen a little more often now. But anyways, time to move on to the Scion XB, which is a unique X-Racers car. I mean, brass wheels and an orange body. How could you go wrong? Well, a little more oomph ought to close the deal. That is how you do it. So, 12 models have succeeded here. Can we get any more of them? How about the Toyota GR Supra? This one is a unique way to recreate the iconic Supra. But, let's see how it does here. Ouch. not so good. Well, even backwards doesn't help that much. Yeah, that's just what it is. Here's Twang Thang, a unique guitar-based car. Ergo the name. I'll skid it along the rail there. Oh wow, that is nice. Well, we got 3 more cars to go. So let's just see how the Mitsubishi Evo does on this layout. One more time. Yeah. Kind of unfortunate, but yeah, at least it had potential there. Here we have the 81 Ford Fairmont. This is a unique model right here. I mean, it's got the number 81 on it, part of the Ultra Hot series, and a nice teal color. That alone is a plentiful combo. Whoa, man. Right there on the first shot. And it made it. That is awesome. And finally, we bring to the last model, Roland Solo. This one you have seen before, and this one has succeeded before. Maybe they'll get another win this time. And one more time. Wow. Not a great way to wrap things up here. But to be fair, it is to be expected. I mean, this thing is still relatively new, despite how long I've had this. It does have a pretty tough spring, so it can require a lot of force just to activate. I mean, yeah, you see that? I had to put in a good amount of effort just from my one finger just to get it to trigger. So you can tell that even though a lot of these have tapped on it, that just wasn't really enough compared to the older one that I had before this new one came out. Either way you look at it though, this is an impressive turn of events. I mean, such models I haven't seen win before. The Ford GT90, West Coast Flyer, Baja Bison, Ford Fairmont, even Twang Thang and the Lotus Elise. I haven't seen a good majority of these cars make a win on HWH before, so that at least is a unique turnaround of events. It's still pretty disappointing. Some models like the DeLorean, Roland Solo, and Stock Car, and Mercedes GT just haven't done so well in today's efforts. Though I will say that within the rest of the fall for 2024, you can expect a good majority of other things to develop here in HWH Season 12. And coming soon, I will in fact have a little revisitation of another set that I have used quite a few different times in HWH history. Till then, I'll be signing off. See you then.